So we're gonna start, and my name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have a PhD in applied mathematics. I'm here in Silicon Valley, started a few companies. Now I'm guiding Tickeron. My PhD was in artificial intelligence, and now it's applied to buying and selling stocks, okay? Today's topic is how to use AI screener for finding the winning stocks. So let me tell you a couple of words about Tickeron. Tickeron is SEC registered company. It's somewhat an important disclaimer because there are two groups which are registered and which are not registered. If the company is not registered, you should know that they can tell pretty much anything they want. And that way they can cross the line and create like a misleading statements. And here's an example that Online Trading Academy being sued by the Federal Trade Commission for misleading its company customers, right? And charging $50,000 per trading course. Okay, that's a lot of money. And a lot of angry customers showed up and started suing them. And that's the problem with any company which is not SEC registered, okay? So the first tip of the day is how to find if the company is SEC or FINRA registered. So what you have to do is to go to their general information or legal information and find this form ADV Part 2. It's got a very specific name. And here is an example. There's a company, Betterment, and this is a form, and this company is registered with SEC, okay? What is the difference? The difference is those companies which are not registered can say anything they want. Those which are registered under guidelines and compliance of anything, we can say is kind of guided by SEC. So we cannot say BS, we cannot cross the line, we cannot mislead, everything like that, okay? So our company, Tickeron, is SEC registered, and that's an important disclaimer. You can read our form and our legal documents, okay? So the reason, guys, you came here is that you want to learn about artificial intelligence and how we use it, okay? And what the degree you have to understand AI. Some people say that 90% of global trade is made by computers. Some people say it's 75, but the main point is that's quite a lot. And what happens that you are pretty much on your own with really big institutions. They're tricking people. They really can do whatever they want. And without really guidance, it's kind of hard. I was there, I know what it is. And that's the reason I started this company. And we are helping investors like you to really stop buying high and selling low, okay? So what is the today's topic? So I have to go through these three points. I'm gonna talk about what is the trading plan. I will tell you what are the odds of success, our specific terminology, and what is the instance group analysis, okay? Why I need to do that, even though you might say it's kind of obvious, some might say it's not obvious, but I'm going to be referencing the terminology out of these 3 points to go to the screener scanner. Then I will show what the group trends are and how to build filters. I will show how to use paper trade. And at the end, I will mention our AI robots, which are being tested. And I will tell you the thing is that we put here all our trades upfront, meaning in the iRobots, they take all the information, including information from the screener, and then making real trades on the paper, but they're real. So robot buys and sells, and you can review these trades. I'll talk about that a little bit. But today's topic is the screener. you can actually go to the previous webcast I made and look through this webcast and understand about AI robots more, okay? So now let's talk about the trading plan development, okay? What is the trading plan? It's a kind of mental model of what you want to do at every moment you buy or sell, right? Let's assume there is a trend up, and then you kind of thinking, okay, the trend is going to continue there. So that's a mental model, and you are sticking with that model. You're thinking, okay, that's what my plan is. Then, let's say trading on the dip. So the trend is up, a little bit down, and then you're trading right here, okay? Trading on breakout, what it means it's kind of moving up, and then you buy only if it crosses a particular number. Here is no particular number. You're kind of guessing that it keeps going up. Here it's only a particular number. We typically cover this plan when we work with the patterns. A lot of our robots are based on pattern recognition technology. You can also look through other webcasts and look at our pattern search engine. And that's the main point. We have to cross, okay? The first kind of a pattern here is trend reversal, okay? And this picture is the last. Then it kind of goes down and then goes up. I know, and I was also in the search of this particular point where I thought we're going to make most of the money. And typically I was ending up with this type of trend. So trend goes down, and in most cases it continues to go down, or it would be like that, down, a little bit up. I could have been caught right here and then continues to go down, okay? So the tip number 2 for the day, if you really want to lose money, then try to find the trend reversals, and then in most of the cases, you're going to lose the money, okay? This is the most dangerous territory. People are trying to find it. We are not building our technology on finding this point. We're trying to find the trend and trade on the trend, okay? So these are the buy signals type of plans. This is a sell signals, okay? This is also a reversal point, okay? So then tip number 2, if you want to lose the money, try to find a trend reversal. And then in most cases, you're going to lose, okay? So now let's talk about odds of success. Maybe you've heard, maybe you've not heard about the backtesting. Backtesting is what is important to test algorithm. And there are special technologies of backtesting. Here's the thing, and here's the difference between our company and pretty much any other company you can see. In any other company, you can have a trade idea, you can have a plan, you can have an algorithm, build in, sometimes you build on another side your algorithm, and then they ask you to backtest. Okay, so you kind of in a constant loop. And I was there too, constantly creating a strategy, backtesting, creating a strategy, backtesting. What happens at Tickeron, we test hundreds of thousands different strategies, and we backtest them overnight, and then present you the results of backtesting. Okay, what is the backtesting? So let's say it's a trade idea. So we go back and see, oh, okay, the similar case happened and it was a success. So we wanted to go up, it went. This case went down, failure, success, success, 3 out of 4, 75% odds of success. Okay, so the results of the backtesting are presented right here. And then what we do every night, we go back, finding the good opportunities, and then presenting these trade ideas only if the odds of success are good. Okay, we do not present any bad ideas. It doesn't make any sense for our clients to view something which doesn't make sense. Okay, so What are the backtesting results at Ticker-on? It's odds of success. So odds of success are the percentage of outcomes which are confirmed successful trade signals in the past. Okay, this is a confirmation we're looking for, and we do that overnight, running about 1,000 of our computers, and then presenting these results to you. Okay, so what is the trend trading? It is like here. This sport called a half pipe, a winter sport, and it's one person kind of sliding back and forth and jumping and flying. I bet you could have seen that. So what we do when we go here, we don't buy, but when we have enough of inertia to fly, then we buy and then get out, okay, with the success. So that's what's called trend trading. So what we do, we find in the trend, catch it when it is guaranteed with the odds of success, not guaranteed to the odds of success, to the percentages, to that degree of a success. And then we know in advance what could happen in the future, okay, with the percentage. So what is a trend trading? Trend traders enter the long position when a security is trending upward, and trend traders enter a short position when a security is trending downward, okay? That's where we are. Now, the third point I told you, it's instant trend group analysis. I will show you how it works, but if you remember this picture for trend groups, or group trends, then you would understand what I'm talking about. So here you remember this one for trends. Here you remember this herd. So what does it represent? It represents the fact that if this herd is going to move to the left or to the right, then this particular ship is going to go to the same direction because it is inside. So we're here strong believers in developing this software and creating somewhat proprietary methods and showing the results to you, that use of these group trends is important element of increasing your odds of success, okay? And I can tell you that it's pretty much impossible for individual investor to check where the group is moving. And that's what I'm going to be showing you, that our screener, AI screener, is specializing in analysis of groups. That's where we're going to start, okay? So what it means, group trend trading, it's the same thing. The group should be going up or group should be going down. So that's where you're going to be increasing your odds of success. Now, let me then start a demo for you, and then you will see what's going on, okay? So this is the first page, and typically what I'm showing here is some really basics. So for instance, here in the main feed, you have opportunities to get our free signals, which are based on the technical indicators, some other analysis. And when they are presented in individual form, it's not necessarily it's a guarantee it's going to go up, but that's one of the data points. Let's assume you don't know anything about moving averages. You click right here, and then you can read how moving averages indicators work, okay? So what do we see here? We see the fact that we found that the price crosses moving average. So there was a signal produced, and what we see that 71% odds of uptrend, odds of success, and then we publish this news, okay? So what you can do is to click right here and really read more about this news, about technical indicators, about bullish trend analysis, bearish trend analysis, and everything which relates to this analysis in deeper than just one signal, okay? So that's the introduction on the main feed. And here, if you know what you want to check, then you type, let's say, Intel, okay, Intel company, and click it here. Then, how did I get this page? The question is asking, a person is asking, how did I get this page? It's a home page. It is home page after you log in. When you click on the home, this is the page. Oh, how did I get that page? The second one, I just click here like you on a Facebook. Click on a title, and then I've got this page. You see, I've got it. Just use it as Facebook, okay? So you have that feed, and you see these signals, which are free signals you can use. Okay, so now let me show you the next thing important. Let's assume you want to find out something about Intel. Okay, so you type here Intel, pick it up, and then go to signals, which now going to relate only to Intel. Okay, so you click here, and then what you see, everything what we know about Intel. Okay, so you see the Intel scorecard is cell, so we can expand. And what it shows that the different indicators show different things, and overall picture you see kind of doesn't look good. It drops significantly. So overall trend is somewhat down. We analyze this stuff, and we believe that it doesn't look good for Intel. Okay. Now a little bit of an introduction of this blue field. Pretty much everywhere you see that it's pretty much magic. For instance, you see here the computer collects all highly correlated stocks to Intel. Okay, it's 82% correlation. And another theme, technology, also 81% correlation to Intel. Semiconductors, 112 stocks. And let's assume you want to look at this group. What you do in the blue field, you click here, then you see there's another blue, and then you can move it pretty much anywhere, these 19 tickers to. You can create portfolio, you can move it to screener, scanner, look at the signals related to these 19 tickers. You can look at the scorecards for all of them. You can buy or sell in a paper trade, the entire group. You can look at what the community thinking in terms of predictions. You can move it to other premium products. You can look at the trend prediction engine, patterns, real-time patterns, anywhere. So you can just click and just move it there and see the results, okay? And that's where you can see all other groups where we found Intel, okay? So then what the next one below it is that article which been generated about analysis of the bearish trend, fundamental analysis you can read, then industry highlights, you can read more about the industry which it belongs to, okay? The industry analysis you can read. You can view another piece of news about the earnings, which is going to be on October 20th with some of the forecasts, okay? Then you can analyze support and resistance here, headlines from other sources, general information, fundamentals. As you can see, I trade predictions, dividends, all signals. So you see on one page, you have plenty of information to make a conclusion whether or not you want to buy or sell Intel, okay? And that's for every company, every ETF, mutual funds. We even cover cryptos, Forex. You're always going to be able to find it right here, okay? So let me go back. So this is a brief introduction. Okay, now I'm gonna really focus only on a screener. In order to get screener, you go right here to the screener home. Okay, and then you see this screener. Okay, there is typically a tab with the scorecard, with the fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and fundamentals, and earnings and dividends. Okay. And then if you see that color, if you want to find a particular filters to filter that data, you click on the same color, okay? So that's how it matches. And if it is the case, then you can filter this data and then reduce it from, you see, almost 4,000 stocks we cover here. If you want to search for ETFs, mutual funds, you just switch it. These tables, they're different, Forex, cryptos, and then use it in the same way, okay? So let me then start from the group trends, okay? That's where I wanna start because it's somewhat unique, which does not exist anywhere, okay? So as you can see, I clicked on the group trends, and let's see, create filter. I'm creating filter for stocks, group trends, and here I can take following slices: stocks, stocks excluding penny stocks. Some people like penny stocks, some people don't, and that the reason we saying, okay, here you can exclude all the penny stocks, here you can have only penny stocks. And obviously here you include everything, okay? I typically work right here, stocks excluding penny stocks, okay? Now, let's look at what is presented right here. First, as you can see, check boxes. I can analyze, let's say, only industries, okay? So we have quite a lot of industries. It's about 119 industries. And then we have themes. What is the difference between industry and theme? Industry is kind of established group of companies. Theme, it could be anything. Like for instance, there are no industry like software as a service. There is no industry like 5G because it's a mix of the companies from different industries. There is no industry on liquor or lodging. So, or like China. Sometimes it is overlapping, sometimes not. For instance, you see pets as a theme. It's only 9 stock. Definitely never gonna be able to find an industry just for pets 9 stock. It does not exist. But we do have these themes, and then you can analyze the themes. Okay. So now let's look at these columns for the themes. Let's stick with the themes. In the indices, it's what are the indices like? Dow Jones Transportation, Nasdaq, Russell 3000, 2000. So we have about 18 indices which are analyzed inside, out, what's going on with these indices. Okay, but I will start with the themes. It's easier to understand. There are very few stocks. And then what we see, it's a 1 day change, 1 week change. Obviously, if it is green, then that's good. It's keep moving up. 1 quarter, 6 months, and 1 year. And as you can see here, group buy, sell. So this is a recommendation for the entire group, okay? So what it means if you would have been sticking with this group, right? It's only 16 stocks. Then pretty much on any interval, you would have been positive. And it's still strong buy, okay? So these are the percentage of outlooks for the entire group. Nobody is doing that for you in any other screener. A 7 day outlook. And then here's a split. This 38% strong buy inside of this group. This is a 56% it's a buy, and this is only sell, okay, no strong sell. So this is a really good group, right? So, and then let's look, interestingly enough, I'm kind of sorting by the group buy sell. I can sort by anything. For instance, I can say, okay, who and which group gain the most within a week, okay? So as you can see, it's a buy, forest. Oh yeah, it's a lot of paper, toilet paper being sold maybe. Forest is doing really well. And as you can see, quite a lot of gains. I don't know if you would have found that anywhere else. Then what else? Geothermal, 7 stocks. You see all of them doing really well within a week, 11% gain. Where you're going to find this information that there's a geothermal type of a company is doing so well? It's whole, that's okay, but at least you know what's going on, okay? Because I just simply sorted by 1 week change. We can sort it by, let's say, since drop, let's say 1 quarter, right? You see some of them, ethanol, 122%, 8 stocks moved up, okay? 83% specialty stores, cellular, 76%, okay? But at the same time, you can see what's going on, okay? Some of them buy, but some of them already sell. Why? Maybe because they went up and kind of started moving down. They're losing steam. Maybe it's a trend reversal, but we're not in this business. But you can find it, okay? And then quickly find that split, what's going on, 38% sell, 38% strong sell, okay? That's how you can analyze these groups and find really good opportunities, okay? So let me go back and click on the buy sell. This is a strong buy. If I want to find strong sells, you see I'm here, okay? Onshore oil is still, you see, down, okay? So it's been down, it's still strong sell. Some people try to jump in. Shale gas or shale oil doesn't look good, okay? Offshore energy, strong sell, steel, petroleum, you see, kind of interesting information you can find right here, okay? Now you see quite positive nutrition, but it might be losing steam. It didn't gain hell of a lot, and that's the analysis, okay? So let's make a next move and see software as a service. Very good group, 16 stocks. How I can look inside of this group? So what you do, you click here. As you can see, if this blue field is alive, then you can really move, as I said, to anywhere you want these 16 stocks, okay? So with one click, I can do whatever I want. I can move right back to the screener. What is gonna happen? It means I'm gonna look inside, right? So if I'm moving from inside, so then as you can see now, it's all my 16 stocks, okay? And these are all the fundamentals for these 16 stocks, okay? Let me then here make an introduction for you how we analyze this stock. The first thing, very simple. If I click here, earnings, then this is the earnings being forecasted. But here is one more interesting window. If I click here, I can select earnings calendar. And now for this group, I know when they're going to be reporting their earnings. So that means it's going to be earnings calls for this particular group, right? That's how simple this screener is. You can immediately get this information, okay? So I'm going to back to the stock tickers. And I'm looking at this company and then this one. Then fundamentals. This is a typical presentation of any other screener of this stock would have been, okay? So that means you have to analyze how to interpret what is the PB ratio, PE ratio, cash per share, beta, EPS, ROE, PEG ratio. So you would have to understand all of this data and then make conclusions. Typically, it's hard. So what we did for you guys, we introduced something in a plain English. So for instance, valuation. So valuation could be of a company, either company overvalued or company could be undervalued or can have a fair value. So if you click right here, okay, so then some people like to buy undervalued companies. You can see with one click, I know that the Citrix being undervalued in this group, in Rosetta Stone undervalued in this group, which tells me that it could be really good opportunities to buy undervalued stocks, and that's how you use this valuation rating, okay? So then profit versus risk rating, what is that? Obviously, you can guess what it is. It means we're trying to get here stocks which are somewhat well-positioned in a balance between profit and risk, okay? So what we did here is some specific calculations, look at the profits, look at the risk, and the kind of theory like that. The higher the risk, the higher the profit potential, right? Or the lower the risk, like utilities, the lower the profits, okay? So what we did here, we created a balance. So if you want to have a balanced companies, let's say Adobe, really good picture. Look how well Adobe moves, right? So that means the balance between risk and the profit is pretty good. And Citrix also has a good, so look, undervalued with a good balance between profit and risk, okay? Ring Central, okay, been performing really well. Company which is similar to Zoom, right? But it's a telephone system online. But as you can see, profit versus risk is good, but overvalued. Okay, you can make a conclusion. Let me move further. SMR rating. It's a rating which takes the balance, sales, margin, and returns, okay? And then creates some kind of analysis of a business model, and then makes another slice and says, okay, the business model is green, that's good, okay? Citrix is still good, right? So price growth rating, let's look at this. So as you can see, price growth rating, it's a rating which kind of looks at the growth of the stocks over several periods of time. This is a P growth. It is price earnings rating, which looks at the earnings growth. And this is somewhat interesting stuff, which is a seasonality score. What is a seasonality score? You might guess that some of the companies, let's say back to school period, then what it means back to school, it means retailers are really kind of moving up sometime in the summer where they have most of the sales when the kids go to school, right? So what it means 90% for the month of August is a good time, and typically that stock went up during this period of season, okay? And the red means it is a kind of either uncertain 50%. It's better to look for the higher numbers, okay? So what you see here, fundamental analysis in plain English, okay? Now, let's move to the technical analysis. Here are the indicators which we are covering in our signals. I showed you where you can read about them, but in this table, you see table presentation of all signals we have for each stock, okay? Okay. So what do we have? Look, we have stochastic indicators, RSI indicator, Arun indicator, MACD indicator, momentum, Bollinger Band, and moving averages. These are main indicators which we cover. Okay, and in order to okay. So So as you can see, if you do not know a hell of a lot about momentum, you can read it right here. It's a very brief description about momentum indicator. Another place to read in more details about a particular row. Let's say you wanna, okay, you don't understand that, okay? Let's say, which one would have been good here? Adobe, right? So you could have heard about Adobe, right? So what I'm gonna do, click and click one more time. So now I see Adobe, right? I already showed you this place. As you can see, buy, it's kind of moving up. That's good. Now, you see, these are the articles which describe exactly what's going on with a particular indicator, which could have been in the news. So if you don't know anything about momentum indicator, you click it right here and get an entire article how the momentum indicator works. Okay. Now, let's look at this paragraph. What we see here, what was done overnight? AI found 87 similar cases for momentum indicator. Then 61 of them continued to go up. So that means if we take the ratio, then odds of success of going up are 70%. Okay. So then MACD, as you can see, it's a description of MACD. Then you can see that the continued uptrend, the odds is 71%. Okay, so let's move back. And now let's interpret properly this entire table. It's kind of complicated, but in fact it is not. So let's see that one. Which one? Let's say MACD. Okay, you see that's exactly what happened today. There was a signal for these Palo Alto networks. The signal was today. You see, it's written today. It is a positive, and then 74% chances, according to this indicator, is going to go up. Okay, but then, you know, I was always interested in the following question when I studied all the indicators. Let's assume the signal was 3 days ago. What are the chances it's going to continue to go up? Okay, typical software gives you the signal today and then gives you a backtesting today. But what if the signal was 3 days ago? So what our AI does, it goes back, finds the similar cases, let's say for our own indicator, then steps 3 days and then analyzes, oh, okay, then with our own indicator and 3 days, then 65% of odds of success. Okay, look, momentum indicator in this case, it was, this signal was 15 days ago, but still 73% of going up, okay? So as you can see, we go through all of them, collect all the information, and then present a so-called TA score, technical analysis score, okay? So with this said, we have 3 green and 2 red, okay? And then what it means we kind of completed our technical analysis. We extracted TA score. If we click it here on a fundamental analysis, then we have another FA score, which is also how many green and how many reds, okay? So then what we do next in the scorecard, we now put together FA score, TA score, right? Then we look at AI predictions. We look sometimes when it's enough data in the community predictions. Then we look at some other parameters, look at everything, and then making a conclusion it is a strong buy for Palo Alto networks. Okay, so you see, And you can also sort that group by, you see strong buy and only one sell, right? You remember how we've got there? Hope you do. We took that group and then there was only one sell. That's what is represented right here, okay? So, as you can see, I found a relatively really a good group. So what can I do with that? You remember I told you I will show you the difference between screener and scanner, okay? Now pay attention, please. What is the difference between screener and scanner from that perspective? So what I'm gonna do, let's assume I extracted during the time when the market is open, okay? So what I'm gonna do is click here, I'm selecting all of them, and now I'm moving them to the scanner. So when you're moving this to the scanner during the time when the market is open, then, oh, you see how you see how good this group is? You see how well they perform? And look at how moving they are almost synchronous. Look, boom, boom, boom. You see, guys, this what is called the group analysis, okay? This is exactly what we're selling. If you tell me you're going to be able to find similar scanner where it's going to show you a group which performs like an orchestra, I'm going to be surprised. There's such a thing does not exist, only here at Ticker, okay? So now, we're in the scanner. And let's assume you East Coast or West Coast, but you, let's say, half an hour, 1 hour in a trading session, then you're going to see right here, it's going to be pricing and a chart to the point approximately right here. Let's say 1 hour here, half a day right here, okay? Then this important column, at the moment you click on the scanner, it's going to start collecting for you P&L, profit and loss. Right now, market is closed at zero. It's going to stay zero till tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to reset itself, and then you're going to see the performance of the entire group. And out of that group, you're going to be able to pick up something useful if you want to use the strategy. Which one? Let me show you which one. You see, trend continued, right? So we look at the this entire group. You see, all within a year it keeps going up. Today it's moving up, okay, and then the probability is going to continue to move up is pretty good, okay. Is that guaranteed? No, but what I'm showing you the technique of fulfill your plan, a trading plan, trend continued, okay? So let me explain to you what's going on here. So obviously it's 1 day change. So you can look at this group and see what was the change. Oh, cool. Pretty nice, right? Pretty good performance. Within a quarter, let's say it's perfect, right? So you see, I can look quickly at the performance of the entire group with one click, okay? And so what else I have here? Date of next earning reports. You don't want to trade if you don't know how to trade earnings. And then if you need the news from other sources, you click right here and you get the news, okay? About each stock, okay? So what can you do with this list? Let's assume I want to trade that list tomorrow, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to click here and I'm going to create a watch list. And that list is going to stay with me for as long as I wish. I'm going to add the new watch list and I'm going to type, let's say 08, 2020 bullish list, enter. As you can see, I created this list. And then what I can do, I can reload that page as if it is tomorrow. And I'm going to be able to access to my watch list here. As you can see, let's find that. You see this one? If I click it tomorrow, then I'm going to see the exact list I created yesterday, okay? And that's a tradable list. Okay. Now, let's move back to the screener, okay? Where am I? Yes, yeah, we can use that page. Okay, so now let's, how much time? Oh, we don't have a lot of time left. We just covered only one, but in fact, let me show you how to create a filter, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do the following. 16, okay, so let me then reset. So pressing here, I'm just killing everything that was created. You see, I'm back to 4,000 stocks, okay? So let's assume I want to create a filter, or I can use existing filters. Let me show you. So popular filters, as you can see now, stock filters, and stocks with the price growth and small drawdowns. I click here. What it means I'm extracting a popular filter, and then we will see what it constitutes, okay? Expand. As you can see, stocks excluding penny, sorted by price change, descending, and oh, that means, yeah, it's still the entire, okay, that didn't work out. That's a good point. Okay, let me create for you a filter. So what I'm gonna do is, let me do the following, okay? So I'm gonna go here, odds and ratings, okay? And I'm going to do the following. I'm going to now find this one, a valuation rating. I'm gonna find only undervalued stocks, okay? So how many of undervalued stock? I have 1,300 undervalued stocks, okay? So it's still too many. I want to reduce it to some reasonable number, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the scorecard and then buy, sell. I'm gonna find only and see how many I have only strong buys. I have 109 strong buys, okay? As you can see in the scorecard, I have undervalued stocks with really good strong buy signals, right? And as you can see, it is already constitutes a filter 109, okay? Let me, guys, if you wanna have something specific, I will say like that. I will go and do it under $50. Okay, let's see how many. 74. Okay, let's assume you guys asked me to find under $30. 54. Okay, so as you can see, this filter is recorded right here: stocks excluding penny with buy, sell, strong buy, and price under $30, and valuation ranging undervalued. Okay, so as you can see, it's a filter which gives us about 50 stocks, which are really good stocks. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy here, copy URL. It's a specific URL, right? So then what I'm gonna do is to go to the chart and then drop it right here, okay? So what you can do is to check it out if you've got my screen, okay? So what you can do is to click on this link in this chart and then see if you've got also 54 stocks out of the same filter. So that means the copy URL, it's kind of the way to transfer it from friend to friend, or you can save it, okay? So if you, let's say, want to save this in your bookmark, okay? So with one click in a bookmark, you can get this filter. So what you do, let me try it, okay? So you're gonna go to bookmarks, and I'm gonna go to the bookmark manager, okay? Okay. I'm gonna click it here, add a new bookmark, okay? I'm adding new bookmark. I'm going to place here this URL, okay? As you can see, it's here. And then name is undervalued, okay? Less than $30, right? And by the way, strong buys. So every time you're gonna click on that, you're gonna get the same conditions. It's a filter, okay? Save. So now I have that in my browser saved as you see this one, okay? Undervalued less than $30, strong buys, okay? So then you can actually move it and get it right here where you have main bookmarks, okay? So let's say now I'm gonna go back, and I have too many. And then let's see if, just because I have too many. You see undervalued less. So the way I can do it, I can move it right here, okay? Boom. You see? Now I have it here. And then pretty much, let's assume I'm in this tab, and let's assume I want to use it every day. And every day I'm gonna get stocks with this, I'm gonna click it right here. And with one click every day, I can get all stocks with these conditions, which are strong buys, undervalued, under $30, okay? Okay, oops, something didn't work out, okay? Supposed to work. It worked, let me see. Yeah, you see this one, 54, I don't know. From first time, it kind of didn't work out well. I click it one more time to the same button. Oh yeah, you see it should be, it was not recorded quickly, okay? But that works. Oh, I got scared. Anyway, so if you save that link from me, you're gonna be able to do it every day and use this link. What you can do, you can go to our channel in YouTube, and there is a concept of magic links. You see, this is a magic links, and quite often what we do, we give some specifics. Let's say best stocks for the dip, best performing. That's where you can find other links like that, and by clicking on them, you're going to be able to get these features immediately, and you're going to be able to share that with your friends or use it forever, okay? So 5 minutes left. Let me know if you have any questions. While you're preparing the questions, I'm going to show you what we have with AI robots. AI robots are the robots which are trading by themselves without human involvement. This is annualized returns. average number of trades per day, which you can control. Right now, we released about 7 robots, and these robots can be subscribed. You can get signals and see how they've been trading. Okay. So let's see. This one today has 5 open trades. Why don't we look inside and see what are the positions it entered and what's going on? Okay. So for today, market was down. Pretty much all positions were down. It was not a lucky day. Okay. It happens, and at the same time, as you can see, that it's still been trading how many 79 days and made 64,000 in profits. Okay. You always can come and look at this here at AI robots. And then if you guys don't have any questions, then let me finish this presentation, and good luck with your trading. Attend our other webcasts every Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. You guys have a nice day. Okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I'm gonna close this webcast. Bye.